Welcome back to Blossom Themes YouTube channel. In this video, I will show you how to create a website that serves your niche using Blossom Magazine free and pro WordPress themes step by step. Even if you are a complete beginner with no knowledge of WordPress and WordPress themes, you will be able to create a site for yourself with the help of this easy to understand and follow along video tutorial. Blossom Magazine is one of our latest release. It is versatile, flexible, multi-purpose, and comes with stunning visuals, contemporary features, advanced functionalities, and a user-friendly interface. If you are looking to create a website related to magazines, lifestyle, food, fitness, fashion, travel, health, and so on, then this is the video for you. This is the demo page. We are creating the exact same site that you are seeing on the screen right now. The video is quite long, but I have added timestamps or timeline in the video, so feel free to skip to the portion you wish to. I will start by giving you a tour of the free version, then I will briefly walk you through the features of the Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme. Then we will move on to the pro version where I will again walk you through the demo page, the features of the pro version. We'll also compare the advantages and exclusive features that you get with the Pro theme. I will then show you how to download the theme, then we will install and activate it. First, we will create our site using the free version, and finally, we will also create our site using the Pro theme. Let's get started. To access Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme, you'll have to go to our site, blossomthemes.com. Go to Shop, go to Free Themes, then click on Blossom Magazine Free. This is the sales page of Blossom Magazine Free theme. To access the demo page, you have to click on the Live Demo button. I already have the demo page opened here in this tab. Let's explore through the demo page of Blossom Magazine free theme. First, you will see the site logo. Then you will see the menus. This theme allows menu in 3 different locations: primary, secondary, and the footer menu. You also get a back to top button to easily navigate to the top from any part of your site. Then you will find this button. Now this is really interesting because upon clicking this icon, your visitors will be redirected to random blog posts, which results in better user engagement on your site. So this is like a surprise button for your users. Each time they click on the random button, a random blog post will be displayed or suggested for your visitor. Let's go back to the home page. Then comes the gorgeous banner section. Blossom Magazine includes 2 customizable banner options, where you can either set your banner as a static image or a video with a call to action button, or banner as a slider. Then comes the call to action section. Here, you can add a catchy phrase or a line, then you can also add a button. Right now there isn't any button on the demo page, but I will show you how to add one for your site in this tutorial. So don't miss out on any portion of the video. You also get popular category section where you can highlight your popular posts, which will increase your user engagements and it will also make your site look really beautiful. Then comes the blog section. On the left hand side are the blog posts. On the sidebar, you can select from a range of highly customizable widgets and place them, such as author bio. You can also place your social media details here. You can add popular posts, categories, recent posts, newsletters, and many more such widgets, which makes your site interactive and click-worthy. Scroll down. You can grow subscribers for your visitors with the help of the newsletter. You can integrate your Instagram posts to your site. This is fascinating because if your users click on the Follow Me button, they will be redirected to your Instagram page where they can follow you. This way, you can increase the number of followers for your Instagram as well. Then comes the footer area. You get 4 footer areas where you can select from a range of widget options and place them. This is the footer copyright area. You can edit your footer copyright message, but you cannot edit out the WordPress information and the theme author. This option is only available on our Pro theme. Let's go to the top. Now let's head over to the sales page of Blossom Magazine free theme, and I will walk you through all of the extra features that you get with the Blossom Magazine free theme, which we did not cover in the demo page. First, you will see the free versus pro features compared side by side, where you will be able to take a look at the features that come with both free and pro theme. You can also explore through the types of blogs that you can create with Blossom Magazine free theme. You can create blogs like fashion blog, lifestyle blog, travel, food, beauty, parenting, fitness, health, self-improvement, and journal blogs. Then comes the check-in list, which lets you know whether or not the Blossom Magazine free theme is the WordPress theme you are looking for. Now let's dive into the features of the Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme. First of all, you can change the theme color of your site. You can select the primary, secondary, and the background colors. You can select from 1,000 and plus Google fonts. You have full control over your site's typography. The theme looks as gorgeous on your mobile and tablet devices as it looks on your PC. All of the changes you make on your customizer can be previewed in real time. This helps you to modify and adjust options easily. Blossom Magazine free theme is also well optimized for speed and performance, and it is also search engine optimized. Then you get 2 customizable banner options, the first being static image or video with call to action buttons, or to have a smooth, attractive, and advanced banner as slider as we saw in the demo page. In addition, you also get call to action, popular category section, random posts settings, newsletter subscription section, Instagram section, author bio on the sidebar. Blossom Magazine free theme also allows you to highlight the author's comment on every single post using the theme customizer. You will also be able to enable or disable the automatic image crop. You can select the logo width of your site logo and size control options. Footer Copyright Editor helps you to add, edit, and delete the footer copyright text. You get social media integration, which means you can link your social media profiles onto your website. You also get built-in SEO setting. You can also set sticky or floating menu. Blossom Magazine free theme also allows you to add in a post excerpt, enable related posts of the category or tags, allow your users to comment on every single post. Blossom Magazine free theme is also widgets ready and comes with 22 highly customizable widgets. You can take a look at the list here. The theme is also WooCommerce and Gutenberg as well as Elementor compatible. You also get portfolio page template to display your works and accomplishments. The theme is also cross-browser compatible, has easy legibility, is schema-friendly, RTL scripts ready. The theme is also translation ready, comes with regular updates and feature enhancements. You can also add in custom CSS to change the look and feel of your website. Blossom Magazine comes with clean codes and extensive documentation, which is step-by-step and beginner-friendly to help you create a professional website in no time. If you have more queries or you get stuck somewhere, then you can easily reach out to our support team. I will also add a link to creating a support ticket in the description box below. Let's go to the top. Now let's explore the Blossom Magazine Pro theme in the similar manner. To access Blossom Magazine Pro theme, you can go to the shop, go to Premium Themes and click on Blossom Magazine Pro, or you can scroll down and click on the View Pro button. This is the sales page of the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. To access the live demo page of the Pro version, click on the Live Demo button. Just like with our Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme, we will take a tour of the demo page first. On our demo page, we will explore through the exclusive features that you receive with the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. Then I will also take you through the extra features that you get with the Blossom Magazine Pro theme from our sales page. Now starting with the demo page, in comparison to the free theme, first additional feature you will see is the notification bar at the top. This helps you to easily generate leads by adding a call to action link with a button label. The second feature you will see is the new sticker section. This helps you to instantly grab user attention. Then comes the top stories section. You can display your top posts based on various categories. You will also find Google AdSense optimized spots where you can place your ads with the Pro theme. The popular category section that we also had in the free theme, but with the Pro theme, you will be able to select among 13 layout options for this section. The search section that helps users to easily search and look for what they want on your site. Then comes the featured category section where you can highlight your content in an eye-catching fashion. Next is the category listing section. This helps your users to directly locate and browse the posts listed under the categories. Then comes the popular category tab section, which helps readers find your popular posts instantly. And here is another Google AdSense optimized spots to place your ads. This is the trending section where you can show your users what's trending. The video section helps effortlessly engage your visitors. You can add videos here. Then comes the popular category 2 section. This is the trending category 2 section. You can guide your visitors to read your trending stories by putting them on the trending category section display. The featured category 2 section helps you to feature your latest popular or desired posts in a stunning layout. The blog section is the same. You also get sticky sidebar, which means your sidebar will display as sticky and can be accessed from any section of your website. You also get the bottom bar to your site, which acts as a call to action. You can add a button text and button link to the bar, and this is also expandable and shrinkable. Let's go to the top. Let's head over to the sales page of the Blossom Magazine Pro theme, and we will explore extra and exclusive features that were not covered in the demo page. Let's go to the sales page and we will dive straight into the features. With Blossom Magazine Pro WordPress theme, you can choose from several layout options for your homepage, header, slide or archive page, single post and sidebar. You get 10 header layouts. Check out the range of layouts images here. 24 homepage layouts, 9 slider layouts, 13 single post layouts, 24 archive page layouts, 13 unique layouts for each category sections that we just explored on our demo page. Then you also get 4 pagination styles for your website, advertisement spots to help you make more money. You can change the theme color, choose desired fonts from 1000 and plus Google fonts just like with the free theme. You have full control over your site's typography. With the help of one-click installer, you can also load all of the demo content, settings, layouts, and functionalities to your site with a single mouse click. Another exclusive feature that you only get with the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. You also get Google AdSense optimized advertisement areas where you can place your ads. With the help of this feature, you can increase the click-through rate and maximize your site earnings. Then you also get News Ticker section, 2 customizable banner options, Call to Action, Top Stories, Popular Category section, Search section, Featured Category section, Category Listing section, Popular Category tab, Trending Category section, Video section, Popular Category 2, Trending Category 2 sections, Featured Category 2 section, just like how we saw and explored in our demo page. You can also arrange your homepage sections as per your preference from the theme customizer. How to do that is also included in the video. Then you also receive bottom bar settings along with the notification bar settings. To improve your site's loading speed and performance, we also have Smart Loading Images feature with the Pro theme. Another major advantage is that you can edit your footer copyright text and also hide the author and WordPress links. You also get built-in Google Analytics settings. You can set sticky social shares for each posts, Lightbox feature for images. Along with sticky or floating menu, you also get sticky widget with Blossom Magazine Pro theme. Then you can easily add unlimited sidebar for different posts and pages. You can select from unlimited background options. The Pro version comes with various performance settings to further help you improve your website's performance. You can also reset all of the settings you have made from your customizer with a single click. And just like with the free theme, the Pro theme is also packed with features like WooCommerce, Gutenberg and Elementor compatible, portfolio page template, cross-browser compatible, easy legibility, schema-friendly RTL scripts, translation ready, Polylang and WPML compatible. You also get regular updates with feature enhancements, custom CSS clean codes, extensive documentation, as well as top-notch quick and friendly support. Now, I will show you how to download the Blossom Magazine free theme. Let's go back to the sales page of Blossom Magazine free theme, which is right here. All you have to do is click on the Download Now button. Now, you have to fill in the details like email address, first name and last name, then click on Download Now, after which the theme will be emailed in a zip format to the address that you provide over here. I have already downloaded the Blossom Magazine free theme. Now I will log into my WordPress dashboard and I will show you how you can install and activate the Blossom Magazine free theme. I have logged into my WordPress dashboard. At this point, if you want to take a look at your site, just hover your cursor around this house icon and you have to click on Visit Site. I'm going to open the link in the new tab. So this is what our site currently looks like. And I also have the demo page opened here in the new tab, just in case we have to take some references. We'll go back to our dashboard. Now to install and activate Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme, go to Appearance and click on Themes. Click on Add New. Click on Upload Theme. Click on Choose File and select the zip file that you downloaded. Click on Open. Now, click on Install Now. As you can see, the theme has been installed successfully. Now you have to click on Activate. And now, the Blossom Magazine free theme is also activated. Next, a very important step would be to install and activate all of these recommended plugins. Please do not miss this step because these plugins will come in handy when we later have to add various features to our site. So click on Begin installing plugins. Select all of the plugins by simply checking into this little box. From the drop-down option, select Install and click on Apply. Again, select all of the plugins. From the drop-down option, select Activate and click on Apply. Now the plugins are also installed and activated successfully, and I'm repeating it again. Please do not miss this step. Now let's return to the dashboard. Now we will access our customizer. Go to Appearance and click on Customize. I'm going to open the link in the new tab. Before we move on with the customizer settings, let's go over to our site and we will give it a refresh. So after installing and activating the Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme, this is what our site looks like. Let's go back. So these are the customizer settings that you get with Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme. First, you will see the View Pro Theme button. If you click on this button, you will be able to view the Pro version of Blossom Magazine free theme. Next is the demo and documentation. From here, you will be able to access the demo page. You simply have to click on the link here. With the help of the demo page, you will be able to take various references for constructing your site. And if you want to access the documentation for Blossom Magazine free theme, you can click here. Now, let's dive into constructing our site, and we will start with site identity. Click here. The first option is logo. From here, you will be able to select the logo for your site. So click on Select Logo. Click on Select Files. Select your site logo. Click on Open. All of the images that you upload from Upload Files will be stored in the Media Library section. Let's go back to Upload Files and I'm going to upload all of my images all at once. I have added the recommended image sizes in the description box below. You can also find the recommended image sizes in the text documentation for Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme. Now we will select the logo. Click on Select. You can either crop the image or you can skip cropping. I'm going to skip cropping. And here your site logo will appear. Right now it appears a lot smaller, but if you want to increase the width of your site logo, then you have the option for setting the logo width for your site logo. If you want to make your logo look a lot smaller, then you can decrease the value. But if you want to increase the width of your logo, then you can increase the logo width. You can also directly add in the value. Next, you can also set the site title and tagline. Let me remove the logo for a while. Click on Remove to remove the logo. To add in the site title of your choice, simply remove the title that is already here. Then you have to type in the site title of your choice. You can do the same for the tagline. You can also select the site title font. Simply click on the font family option here. Then you can select from 1000 and plus Google fonts. Depending upon the font family you select, you can also choose the style. You can also increase or decrease the site title font size You simply have to slide the toggle over to increase your site title font size, and you have to slide it under to decrease your site title font size. Next, you can also change the site title color. Simply click on Select Color. Then you can select the color of your choice. Select the color from the color palette. Then you can move around the pointer. You can move around the slider to select the shade of your choice. You can also add in the hex value, and if you want to set the site title color back to default, simply click on the default button. You can add in all logo, site title and tagline if you wish to, but if you only want to place your logo and you want to make your site title and tagline disappear, then you can also do that. Let me add in the logo once again. Here, the logo is enough, so I can make the site title and tagline disappear by simply unchecking this little box, which will make the site title and tagline disappear. You can make the site title and tagline appear at any time by checking into this little box once again. Now, you can also select the site icon or favicon. Click on Select Site Icon. Select your site icon. Click on Select. This time, we're going to crop the image. Click on Crop Image. And this right here is your site icon. I would highly recommend you to add in a site icon because it not only helps your users to identify your site, but it also helps you to build your brand identity. You can also have a little preview of your site icon over here. After you are done making all of the changes, click on Publish. Let's go over to our site and give it a refresh, and the changes are seen accordingly. Let's go back. Before we move on to the rest of the settings, because our site is completely empty, let's create some content. Now, we will create our very first blog post. Let's go back to our dashboard, go to Posts, and click on Add New. You have to add in the title first. Then, you can add in the content. If you want to add in the image, simply click on Add Block. Then you have to select image. Click on Upload, or you can select the one from the media library. Let's select the first image. Click on Select. And here your image has been added. You can also add in the caption if you wish to. Now from the right hand side, click on Post. Scroll down. Let's add some categories to this particular post. To add the category, click on Add New Category. Give your category a name. Then you can either click on Enter or you can click on Add New Category. Let me create some more categories. After creating all of the categories at once, I can assign the categories that I wish to assign for this particular post. For the ones that I do not want to assign, I can simply uncheck them. When you create a blog post the next time, you can assign categories to that blog post by selecting the categories from the list of already created categories, or you can create new categories following the same process. Next, we will also add in the tags. Click here. Now you can add in the tags of your choice. If you have added more than one tags, make sure to separate them with the commas or the Enter key. Lastly, we will set the featured image. Click on Set Featured Image. Then select the image of your choice. Let's select this one and click on Set Featured Image. Now, click on Publish. Our blog post is now live. So let's click on this link. Let's open it in the new tab. And this is what our very first blog post looks like. Everything looks fine except for the link here, which looks a bit weird with date and everything showing. So let's fix the permalink first. To fix your permalink, go back to the dashboard, Dashboard Home, go to Settings and click on Permalinks. Under Common Settings, instead of day and name, select Post Name. Click on Save Changes. Now let's go back to the same post, and if you give it a refresh, you will be shown the 404 error which displays page not found, and that is because this link does not exist anymore. So instead, let's go to the home page by clicking on the logo. And here is the article. Click on the article once again. And now this is what our permalink looks like. It looks a lot better, easy to understand and tidier. Let's go back to our dashboard, to Posts and click on All Posts. So this is the only post that we have created for our video so far. Let me pause the video, create a few more posts, and we will continue with our video. As you can see from the screen, I have created a few more posts. Now let's continue with our video and our configurations. Let's go over to our site and give it a refresh. So this is what our site looks like with all of the blog posts published. Let's go to the Customizer tab and we will also give it a refresh so that all of the changes we have made from the dashboard are also reflected here. Now we will continue with our Customizer settings. After Site Identity, there is the Appearance settings. Let's go into it. The first option is Colors. You will find 3 different options here of primary color, secondary color, and the background color. Primary color is the red wine color that displays as a hover my cursor over these titles. And it is also showing for the categories that are displaying on top of the title. To change the primary color, simply click on Select Color. Then you can select the color from the palette here. You can easily move around the pointer, then you can also select the slider to select the color shade of your choice. And the changes will be seen throughout your site. You can also add in the hex value, and to change the primary color back to default, you have to click on Default, which will set the primary color back to default. For the secondary color, you have to follow the same process. Then you can also add in the background color. Simply click on Select Color. Again, you have to select the color from the palette here. As you can see, the color selected is too dark. You can move around the slider to select the tone of the color, and you can also move around the pointer to go through different color options and select the shade for your site. The background color you select will be reflected throughout your site. Just like with the rest of the color settings, you can also add in the hex value, and you can click on Default to set the background color to default. If you have made any changes, don't forget to click on Publish. Next is the background image. With this option, you will be able to add a background image for your site. Click on Select Image. Then you have to select the image that you wish to add. Let's select this one for now. Click on Choose Image. And that particular image will be displayed as the background image for your site. Upon adding the background image, you will also unlock other settings like Preset. From the drop-down option, you can select from Default, Fill Screen, Fit to Screen, Repeat, and Custom. You can also select the image position. You can also choose the image size from Original to Fit to Screen to Fill Screen. Then you also have two more options to repeat or not repeat the background image, or to scroll or not scroll with page. You simply have to check into the boxes or uncheck them to select or unselect the options. I'm going to remove the background image, but if you wish to add in the background image, then you can follow the process that I just showed you. If you meet with any confusions, please write them down in the comments section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team. I have added the link to creating support ticket in the description box below. If you have made any changes, don't forget to click on Publish. Next is the typography. From under Typography, you can select the primary font, secondary font, as well as select the font size. All you have to do is click here. Then you can select from the list of 1,000 and plus Google fonts. The same goes for the secondary font. You have to click here. Then you can select from the list of fonts that are available. Whatever font you select will be reflected throughout your site, and you can see the changes in real time. If you want to increase or decrease the font size, you simply have to slide the toggle over or under. I'm going to set the font settings back to how they were before, but you can make your preference as per your choice. Let's go back. Next is the layout settings. Under layout settings, you will find page sidebar layout, post sidebar layout, and default sidebar layout. The concept for page sidebar layout as well as the post sidebar layout are the same. The only difference is that the page sidebar layout is for pages, whereas post sidebar layout applies for all of the single blog posts in your site. In this video, I will explain the post sidebar layout, and you can apply the same concept for the page sidebar layout as well. Under Post Sidebar Layout, you will find 4 options. Let's open one of the blog posts. By default, the right sidebar layout is selected, which is to have sidebar displayed on the right-hand side. You can go for the left sidebar. You can go for the full width layout. Or you can go for the full width centered layout. I'm going to select the right sidebar layout as the default sidebar layout for all of our blog posts. One thing to keep in mind is that whichever sidebar layout you select from 4 of these options will be applied to all of your single blog posts on your site. To give you an example, let's publish the changes. And if we go to our site, let's open some of the blog posts randomly. You will see that all of these blog posts have right sidebar layout. And that is because from our customizer, we have selected the right sidebar layout, which means all of our blog posts will have right sidebar layout in default. Now let's assume that you want to have different sidebar layout for each of your blog posts then that is also possible. Let me show you how to do that. Take a note of the post name first. Then we will go back to our dashboard. Go to Posts, click on All Posts. Now let's open that particular post. Click on Edit. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. And we will select the left sidebar layout. Click on Update. Now let's go back to the same blog post. Give it a refresh. It will have the left sidebar layout. Now for another blog post, if you click on Refresh, it still has the right sidebar layout to it. To select a different sidebar layout for this particular blog post, again take note of the blog post's name. Back to the dashboard. Back to All Posts. After you find the blog post you want to edit, click on Edit. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and this time, let's select the full width sidebar layout. Click on Update. Now let's go back to the same blog post and give it a refresh. You will see the blog post now has the full width layout. But if you go back to the first blog post and give it a refresh, you will see that this blog post as well as the rest of the blog posts, all of them have the right sidebar layout because we have not made individual customization for this particular blog post. In this way, you can easily select different sidebar layout for each of your blog posts, and you do not have to be limited within the options provided in the customizer settings. If there are any confusions or if you did not understand the concept of post sidebar layout, please let me know in the comment section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team with the help of the link I have added in the description box below. You can create the support ticket using the link and someone from our support team will get in touch with you. Next is the default sidebar layout. To demonstrate these options, let's go back to our home page. So this is the general sidebar layout for whole site. Again, by default, the right sidebar layout is selected. You can go for the left, or you can select the full width layout, which will not display the sidebar anymore. Again, I'm going to select the right sidebar layout, but you can go with your choice and preferences. After you are done, click on Publish. Let's go back. Next is the front page settings. The first option is Banner section. Under Banner options, you will find 3 different options available. First, you can disable the banner section altogether. Second, you can select static or a video call to action banner. Then you will have 3 options. You can either add in the header video, you can add in the YouTube video, or you can add in the header image. If you wish to add in the header video, simply click on Select Video. Then you can either select the video from the media library, or you can also upload the files. Then you have to click on Choose Video, after which the video that you select will be played as your banner on your site. Next, if you happen to own a YouTube channel and you wish to feature one of your YouTube videos as your banner, then you can also do that. You simply have to copy and paste the link to that particular YouTube video. As soon as you add in the YouTube link, it will display as a banner on your site. Next, you can also select the header image. So click on Add New Image. Then you have to select the image of your choice. Click on Select and Crop. You can either crop the image or you can skip cropping. I'm going to skip cropping. And the image will be displayed as your banner. Furthermore, you have the options to add in the subtitle title and description along with the call to action buttons. So let's add in the subtitle. Add in the title. Then you can add in the description. Next, you can add in the call to action button number 1. You can add in the label here. Then you have to add in the link to the page or the post where you want your visitors to land on when they click on the call to action button number 1. As soon as you add in the button 1 link, your call to action button number 1 will be displayed here. You have to follow the same process to add in call to action button number 2. After which, your call to action button number 1 and 2 will be displayed here respectively right next to each other. You also have the option to allow your visitors to open the link that you have added here in the new tab by enabling the toggles. Then you can also set the banner caption alignment from left to center to right. Let's select left. All of these options are also available for when you have added the header video or a YouTube video as your banner for your site. Next option is to select banner as slider. When you select your banner as slider, you can select either latest post or you can select category. When you select latest post, you can select the number of slides. Right now, 5 slides are displaying. If you wish to increase the number of slides, then you simply have to slide this button over. For example, if you select 15 slides to be displayed, then your banner slider will display 15 slides. If you wish to decrease the number of slides, then you have to slide this button under. Instead of latest posts, if you select category, then you will have one more option, that is to select the slider category. Whatever category you select from here, the blog post from that particular category will be displayed on your banner slider. So for example, if you select, let's say health, then all of the blog posts from under health category will be displayed on your banner. I'm going to select latest posts. This will display all of the latest blog posts that I have published on my site, on my banner. Then there are more options. You can enable or disable to include the repetitive posts. If you enable this option, then the posts that are showing on the banner will also be displayed on the blog page. If you disable this option, then the posts that are showing on your banner slider will not be displayed on your blog page anymore. Next is the slider auto. If you enable this option, then your banner slider will move from one to another automatically without you or your users or visitors having to click on either side of the arrows. Then if you enable the slider loop option, all of your banner sliders will keep going on in a loop even after they have come to an end. Next, you can also select the slider animation from the list of options that are available here. Then you can also select the slider speed by sliding this button over or under. You can also enable or disable the slider caption. These are the slider captions. You can either disable, which will disable all of the captions, or you can enable them back on, which will enable the captions once again. Make your preferences. Then click on Publish. Let's go back. Next is the Call to Action section. First of all, you have to enable the Call to Action section. You can select the icon type of your call to action section. You can select image or font awesome icon as your call to action icon type. This right here is your call to action icon. So if you want to add in an image, select image, then click on select image option. You can select the image of your choice. Let's go with this one for now. Click on choose image, and that particular image will be displayed as the icon for your call to action section. Now instead of the image, if you wish to add in the font awesome icon, let's remove the image real quick. Now select font awesome icon. Then you have to add in the font awesome icon code, which in turn will display your desired icon. By default, the icon displaying here is the location arrow. If you want to add in some other font awesome icons, you can click on the link here to see the list of font awesome icons available. Then you can select from 1600 and plus font awesome icons. Just go through the icons that you like the most. So let's say that you want to go for this particular icon. Copy the code here. Go back to your customizer. Inside of this box, remove the location arrow code. Then paste the code that you had just copied, which will then display your desired icon. Following the same process, you can go for any other available font awesome icons. There are a number of options for you to choose from. Now, you can add in the section title for your call to action section. Then, you have to add in the button label. You can go for the default button label, or you can just remove it, then type in the button label of your choice. Then finally, you have to add in the button link. Copy and paste the link to the page or the post where you want your visitors to land on when they click on the button that will appear here after you add in the link inside of the button link box. I have added a random link here, after which your call to action button is displaying here. You can also allow your visitors to open the link that you have added inside the button link box in the new tab if you enable the toggle here. Next, you can select your call to action background color. Click on select color. Select the color from the palette here. Then you can move around the slider as well as the pointer to select the shade of your choice. You can also add in the hex value. Then you can click on default to set the background color back to default. Following the same process, you can also select the call to action text color. After you are done, click on publish. Let's go back to our site, scroll down and give it a refresh. Here, your call to action section is now displaying on your site. Let's go back. And next is popular category settings. With the help of this option, you will be able to highlight your important and popular posts based upon various categories. So the first thing you have to do is enable the toggle. Then you can select your desired categories. Click on the drop-down arrow. Then you can select the category of your choice. Whatever category you select from, the posts from that particular category will be displayed in your popular category section. So let's select trends for the first category. Then all of the posts that are assigned with the trends category will be displayed in your category number 1 under popular category. Similarly, let's select other categories as well. I'm selecting fashion for category number 2, and all of the posts that are assigned with fashion category are displayed here. Similarly, let's select travel for category number 3, which will display all of the categories that are assigned with travel category. There are more options at the bottom. The first and second option is to hide or show the author and posted date. For all of the posts, as you can see, both author and posted date are displaying. If you disable both the toggles, then the author and posted date will not be shown anymore. If you enable them back on, the author and posted date will be visible again for all of the posts. Third is automatic image crop. By default, the thumbnail images gets cropped as per the predefined image dimension of the theme. If you disable this option, then it avoids the automatic image crop and the original dimension of the thumbnail image is displayed. You can make your preference by enabling or disabling the toggles. Then if you want to change the View All button label, you can do that from here. Remove the label that is already here, then you can add in the label of your choice. Then finally, you can select the number of posts to be shown in this section. You can slide this button over to increase the number of posts. Like for example, if you select 5, then 5 blog posts will be shown for each of the categories. You can decrease the number of posts by sliding this button under. When you select 3, then 3 blog posts will be shown for each of the categories. Let's select 4, and after making your preferences, click on Publish. Then let's go back to our site and we will give it a refresh. And here, the popular category section is now displaying on your site. Let's go back and we are done with the front page settings. Next is the general settings. The first is the header settings. We will scroll right on top. The first option is of header search. You can enable this toggle, which will enable the header search on your header. Next, you can also enable the random posts. When you enable the toggle, the random posts icon displays here. Now this button is like a surprise button for your visitors, because if they click on this button as they are exploring through your website, they will be recommended a random blog post. So let's click on Publish for now. Let's go to our site and give it a refresh, which will display the header search as well as the random post button. Now when your visitors click on this button, they will be recommended a random blog post. And not just once, each time they click on this button, they will be recommended with random and different blog post as a surprise. We'll go back to the home page and back to our customizer. Then we have the sticky header option. As you scroll down, your header does not display here, but if you enable this option, and even if you or your visitors scroll down through your site, the header will be displayed as sticky header. This will help your users to easily access the header from any part of your site without having to scroll all the way to the top. Click on Publish to save the changes. Go back to your site and give it a refresh, and you can see the changes immediately. Let's go back. Next is the social media settings. The social media settings helps you to display various social media icons on your site. So first of all, you have to enable the social links button. Just enable the toggle, then click on Add New Links. Inside of the search icons box, you have to type in the name of the social media button. So for example, if you want to add in Facebook, simply type in Facebook, and the Facebook icon will be displayed here. Click on the icon. Then inside of the link box, you have to copy and paste the link to your Facebook page or account. As soon as you add the link, the tiny Facebook icon will be displayed here. Following the same process, you can add all of your social media icons. After you are done adding all of the social media links, click on Publish. Go back to your site and give it a refresh to see the changes. Let's go back. Next is the SEO settings. Now to demonstrate these settings, let's go into one of the blog posts once again. The first option is to enable the last updated post date. By enabling the toggle, you can display the last updated post date. If you disable the toggle, it will only display the posted date and not the updated date. The next option is to enable or disable the breadcrumb. This right here is the breadcrumb. You can either disable or you can enable them back on. You can also change the breadcrumb home text from home to anything else that you wish to. Just remove the text that is already here, then type in the text of your choice. And I would also recommend you to enable your last updated post date, because both of these options not only help you to improve your site's SEO, but it also helps your users to easily navigate their way throughout your site. After you are done, click on Publish. Next is Post Blog and Pages Settings. The first option is to hide prefix in archive page. Archive pages are your categories and your tags pages. So to demonstrate the first option, let's go into one of the categories page. Let's go into fashion category page. By default, the prefix is hidden in archive page. You can show the prefix by disabling the toggle, which will then display the prefix in your archive page. I'm going to hide the prefix. Next, you can also change the blog title. Let's go back to our home page and let's scroll down to our blog section. You can change the blog title from latest articles to anything else that you wish to by removing the title that is already here, then adding in the title of your choice. Next, you can enable or disable the blog post image crop. By default, all of the featured images that you add on your site are automatically cropped as per the predefined image dimension of the theme. If you enable this option, it will avoid the automatic cropping of featured image in home, archive, and search posts. I'm going to disable the option. Next is to enable or disable the blog excerpt. Blog excerpt is the summary of each of your blog posts, which is displaying for each of your blog posts in your blog section. If you disable to show the blog excerpt, the full post content will be displayed for each of your blog posts. Let's enable the blog excerpt back on. And when you enable the blog excerpt, you can also select the excerpt length in words. By default, 15 words are selected. If you want to select more words, then simply slide this button over. So let's say, for example, you want to select 85 words as your excerpt length. You have to select 85 from here, after which all of your blog posts will have 85 words as its excerpt length. The options from single post image crop to show featured image affect your individual posts. So let's go into the blog post from here. You can enable or disable the single post image crop. The single post image crop option is the same as blog post image crop. The only difference is that while the blog post image crop enables to avoid automatic cropping of featured image in home, archive, and search posts, the single post image crop avoids the automatic cropping of featured image in your single blog post. You can enable this option to avoid the automatic cropping of the featured image as per the predetermined image dimension of the theme. Right now, you cannot see any changes because the featured image I have added is as per the recommended image dimension for the theme. The next option is to hide the author section. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and this is the author section. You can enable the option to hide the author section and disable it to display the author section back on. You can change the author section title from About Author to anything else that you wish to. You just have to remove the title that is already here. Then you have to type in the author section title of your choice. Next is to show the related posts. These are the related posts. You can either disable them by disabling the toggle or enable them by enabling the toggle back on. You can also select the related post section title from You May Also Like to anything else that you wish to. Remove the title that is given here in default, then type in the title of your choice. The next option is to show the comments. This is the comment section. You can disable the comment section by disabling the toggle and enable it back on by enabling the toggle. The next option is to enable the comments right below the post content. By default, your comment section shows right below the related posts. If you want to display it right after the post content, right over here, then you have to enable the toggle here. Click on Publish, then you have to go back to your site. Then we will click on the same blog post, which will also refresh the tab and the changes will be shown. As you can see, the comment section is displaying right after the content and not after the related blog post. Just make sure that to see the changes from your customizer after you have enabled this option, you come back to your site and give it a refresh. If you have any confusions, leave them down in the comment section below or you can directly reach out to our support team. Next option is to hide category. Let's go to the top. For each of your blog posts, we have assigned them with categories which, as you can see, are displaying right above the title. If you enable this option, it will hide the category. Next is to hide the post author. This is the post author. You can hide the post author by enabling the toggle, and you can hide the posted date by enabling the Hide Posted Date option. Then, you can also disable to show the featured image by disabling the toggle, which will disable your featured image altogether. Let's enable our featured image as well as the posted date, post author, and categories. After you are done, click on Publish. Let's go back. Next is the newsletter settings. So we will go back to our home page. Before we dive into the configuration here, we have to go back to the dashboard and create our newsletter. So let's go back to the dashboard. Go to Blossom Themes email newsletter, then click on Add New. Now you have to fill in the details. Start by adding the title. Then from under Field Settings, you can either select Name and Email or you can select Only Email. If you select Only Email placeholder will be displayed, whereas if you select Name and Email, both name and email placeholders will be displayed. You can also edit your name and email placeholders. I'm going to select Name and Email. You also have the option to change your Submit button label. You can also enable the GDPR checkbox. You can also add in the form note, which is a short message asking your visitors to subscribe to you. Then, you can select the appearance settings. You can either select the background color or you can select the background image. If you want to select the background image, you have to select the option. You have to click on Upload Image. Then you can select the background image of your choice. For this newsletter, I'm going to select the background color. So click on the background color option here. Again, the process of selecting the color is the same. You can select the color from the palette, move around the pointer and the slider to get to the color of your choice. I'm going to add in the hex value for this one. Then you can also select the font color. Click here. For the font color, I'm going to go with the classic black. After you are done making the changes, click on Publish. And our newsletter has been created successfully. I will also add a link in the description box below to a video that will give you in-depth tutorial on how to create a newsletter. So make sure you check that video out. Now we will copy the shortcode here. Go back to the customizer and we will scroll all the way down to the bottom, right where the newsletter is supposed to display. Enable the toggle first. Then you have to paste the newsletter shortcode that we copied earlier. And here our newsletter has displayed. Click on Publish to save the changes. Go back to your site. Let's go to the home page, which will also refresh the tab. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and here is your newsletter. Let's go back to the customizer and back to General Settings. Next is the Instagram settings. Now before we enable the Instagram section, we have to configure certain settings. So to configure those settings, you have to click on the link here. Just click on Connect with Instagram button. Because I have previously connected the Blossom Themes Instagram account with other websites, it is showing me a message like this. But you will be asked to fill in your login credentials. Then click on either Authenticate or Allow. I'm going to click on Allow. As you can see, the access token along with username and the rest of the information has been filled in automatically. You also have two more options at the bottom, that is to allow the lazy loading of Instagram images and to enable the square Instagram images. I would recommend you to enable the square Instagram images because it will allow your Instagram images to be displayed in a perfect square shape, which looks a lot neater and tidier on your website. After you are done, click on Save Changes. As soon as you click on Save Changes, your Connect with Instagram button changes to Reconnect with Instagram, which means the configuration has happened successfully. I have also added a link in the description box below to a video that will give you in-depth tutorial on how to connect your Instagram account to your website. That video will be very helpful to you, so make sure you check that video out as well. Now after we are done, let's go back to the customizer and we will enable the toggle. And when you enable the toggle, your Instagram section is now displaying on your site. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back to our site and we will give it a refresh. And you will be able to see the changes. Back to our customizer. Then we have the Miscellaneous Settings. The first option is Search Page Title. Let's go to the top. So when your visitors search for something from your site, so let's see if they search for fashion, and the page that displays the search result is the search page. You can change the search page title from search result for to anything else that you wish to. Remove the title that is already here, then you can add in the title of your choice. The title you add in here will be displayed over here. I'm going to change it back to how it was before, but you can save your preferences. If you have added a portfolio page, then you can change the portfolio related projects title from here. From here, you can change the 404 image. The 404 image displays on your 404 error page. The 404 error page displays when your visitors accidentally click on the link to the page or the post which does not exist anymore. To demonstrate this option, I will open a 404 page. So this is the 404 error page and this is the 404 error image. If you want to change this image, go back to the customizer. You have to click on change image. Then you have to select the image of your choice. Let's select this one for now. Click on choose image. Click on publish. Then if you go back, give your site a refresh, the 404 error page image will change. Let's go back to the customizer and we are done with our general settings. Let's go back to the home page. And now we will go to menus. Click on menus. There are two ways through which you can create navigation menus for your site. You can create the menus from the dashboard or you can create the menus from the customizer itself. For this video, I will create menus from the customizer, but I have added link in the description box below to a video that will give you in-depth tutorial on how to create navigation menus for your site. First, you have to click on Create New Menu button. Give your menu a name. Then you can select the menu location from primary, secondary, or footer. Let's select primary location, which is the location right over here. Then click on Next. Now click on Add Items. You can select from Pages, Posts, Portfolios, Categories, Tags, Portfolio Categories, and even create your own custom links. For our primary menu, I'm going to select the Home page, the Contact page, and the About page, as well as some of the categories. After you have finished adding the items, your primary menu will be displayed here. You can also sort the menu items. You simply have to drag and drop your menu item. Whatever order you sort your menu items in, the same order will be displayed on your site. And if you wish to create a drop-down menu, you simply have to slightly readjust the menu item towards its right and drop it, which will then create the drop-down menu. You can sort the menu items as per your wish, and after you are done, you have to click on Publish. And your primary menu is now created and is also displaying on your site. Let's go back. Similarly, to create the secondary menu, click on Create New Menu, give your menu a name, select the menu location as secondary, which is the location right here. Click on Next, click on Add Items, then you have to add in the items. I'm going to add rest of the categories to our secondary menu, then click on Publish. After which, your secondary menu displays here. Let's go back. Now to create the footer menu, click on Create New Menu once again. Give your menu a name. Then select the menu location as footer and we will also scroll all the way down to the bottom right where the footer menu is supposed to display. Click on Next. Click on Add Items. You can either add the items that are already added to your primary and secondary menu But footer menus are very useful, especially for displaying your privacy policies and terms and conditions pages. So for our footer menu, let's add in the privacy policy and terms and conditions pages. We will go to custom links for that. We will add in the link text first. Then you have to copy and paste the link to your privacy policy page inside of the URL box. Then you have to click on Add to Menu. After which your privacy policy page will be displayed on your footer menu. You have to follow the same process to add in your terms and conditions pages. After you are done, click on Publish. Let's go back. Next is the widgets. The first is the sidebar widget. Let's go to the top. So this is our sidebar, and here are the widgets that are already added in default. Let me remove all of them one by one so that we can create a fresh sidebar for our site. Now let's create a fresh sidebar. First of all, you have to click on Add a Widget. Then you can select from range of highly customizable widgets that are available here. You can select any widget that you wish to add on your sidebar. The first widget we will add is Author Bio. So you can look out for this particular widget from among the list of widgets available. Or if you wish to add in this particular widget, you can also search for the widget from the search bar. So for example, if you want to add in Blossom Author Bio, then you can type in Author Bio into the search bar, which will display the Blossom Author Bio widget immediately. Select the widget by clicking on it. Now you have to fill in the details. You can add in the title here. I'm going to skip adding the title. Then you can add in the author name here. All of the details that you add in here will be displayed accordingly on your Author Bio sidebar widget. Now, to display the photo, you can either display the photo from the gravatar, or you can also upload a photo. Click on Upload Photo, then click on Upload button. Now select the image that you wish to add for your Author Bio. Let's go with this one. Click on Select, and your Author Bio image will be displayed. Next, you can also add in a short author description. You can also expand the description box from here. And now your description is also displaying. Next, if you want to show the signature, you can either upload your signature image by clicking on Uploaded Photo. Then you have to click on Upload and select your signature image. If you do not have your signature image yet, then you can select Text and you can type out your signature. And this is your signature. Next, you can also add in the button label and the button link. What you can do here is, inside of the button link, you can add in your About Page link. Then you can add in the button label of your choice. So let's go to our site, go to the About Page, and I'm going to copy the link from here. Back to the customizer, paste it into the button link box. Then let's add in the button label. After you add in the button label and the button link, the button will be displayed over here. Next, you can also add in the social media profiles. Click on Add Social Profile button. For example, if you want to add in Facebook, you have to type in Facebook. And here, the small Facebook icon will appear. You have to click on this icon. Then inside of the link box, you have to copy and paste the link to your Facebook account. Following the same process, you can add all of your social media icons. After you are done adding all of the social media links, you have to click on Apply. And all of your social media icons will be displayed here. After you are done, click on Done. Now to add in another widget, the process is same. Click on Add a Widget. Select the widget from the list of available widgets. This time, let's go for Blossom Popular Post. This widget will display all of your popular posts on your sidebar. If you wish to change the title of your popular post widget, then you can do that from here. Remove the title that is already here, then you can add in the title of your choice. You can select the number of posts to be displayed on your popular posts widget on your sidebar. You can increase or you can decrease the number of posts to be shown here. Then you can select your popular based on post views or comment count. And you can also select the style layout from style layout 1, 2 or 3. Let's go for style layout number 2. Then at the bottom, you have more options like showing the post thumbnail, to show the post date, and to allow your visitors to open the link in the new tab. After making your preferences, click on Done. So this is how you add your popular post widget to your sidebar. Now you can also add more widgets following the same process. For our last widget, let's add in the Blossom Themes email newsletter widget. You can add in title if you wish to. Next, you have to select the newsletter. Click on the drop-down arrow. Then you can select the newsletter that is displaying here. This newsletter is the same newsletter that we created earlier for our site. If you wish to create a newsletter, you can go back to the dashboard. Then following the same process earlier, you can create a different newsletter, and the new newsletter you create will also be shown in the drop-down option, which you can easily select to display on your sidebar. Let's select this newsletter that we created earlier for now. And here, your newsletter widget is added to your sidebar. You can also enable the GDPR, and you can upload the newsletter icon by clicking on the Upload button. After you are finished, click on Done. Also, click on Publish to save the changes. Now let's go back to our site. Give it a refresh first and we will scroll down. Here are the sidebar widgets that we just created. Let's go to the top and we will go back to our customizer. So this is the process of adding widgets to your sidebar. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, or you can reach out to our support team with the help of the link I have added in the description box below. Let's go back. Now, we will configure footer areas 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we will scroll down all the way down to the bottom, right where footer is supposed to show, and we will click on footer 1. The process of adding widgets to your footer areas is similar to adding widgets to your sidebar. Just like how we did with the sidebar, you have to click on Add a Widget. Then you can select from the list of available widgets. So for our footer area number 1, let's see what we can add. So let's add categories, which will display a drop-down of categories on our footer area number 1. If you wish to change the title, then you can override the title that is given here in default by typing in the title of your choice inside of the title box. You have 3 more options at the bottom. You can either check into them or you can uncheck them. After you are done, click on Done. Let's go back. Now let's go to footer area number 2 and following the same process, click on Add a Widget. Just like with our footer area number 1, let's select one of the widgets from among the list of highly customizable widgets. Let's go for Recent Post this time, which will display all of your recent blog posts on your footer area number 2. You can change the title from here, then you can also increase the number of posts to be shown on your footer area number 2, or you can also decrease it. Then you have the options to show the post thumbnail and to show the post's date. Then you can select the style layout from 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to stick with style layout number 1 this time, and after you are done, click on Done. Let's go back. For our footer area number 3, click on Add a Widget, then let's follow the same process. Okay, how about Blossom Pinterest? Select Blossom Pinterest. With the help of this widget, you will be able to display your Pinterest account as a widget for your footer area number 3. You only have to copy and paste the link to your official Pinterest account or page inside of the Pinterest URL box. As soon as you add in the link, your Blossom Pinterest widget will be displayed on your footer area number 3. If you wish to change the height of the widget, you can do that from here. After you are done, click on Done. Let's go back. Finally, for the footer area number 4, click on Add a Widget, then following the same process, select one of the highly customizable widgets from the list of available widgets. I'm going to select Blossom Social Media this time. Now click on Add Social icon. Just like how we added social medias previously for our website, from inside the search social icons, search for the social media icon that you wish to add. If you want to add in Facebook, for example, you have to type in Facebook. Then you have to click on the Facebook icon. Inside of the link box, you have to copy and paste the link to your official Facebook page or account. Then following the same process, you can keep on adding all of the social media links that you wish to display on your footer area number 4. After you are done adding all of the social media links, you have to click on Apply. And your social media icons will be displayed here. If you wish to change the title from Subscribe and Follow to anything else, remove the title that is already here. Then you have to simply type in the title of your choice. After you are done, click on Publish. Let's go back and we are done with our widgets. Let's go to our site, scroll all the way down to the bottom, right where footer area is supposed to display, and we will give our site a refresh. And as you can see, the footer areas 1, 2, 3, and 4 are displaying on our site. Let's go to the top and back to our customizer. Next is the homepage settings. Let's go to the top. You can select your homepage displays as your latest post. If you select latest posts, then on your homepage, all of your latest blog posts will be displayed as it is displaying right now. But if you select a static page, then you will be able to select a separate homepage and a separate post page. So if you decide to select a static page, what you can do is, from the drop-down option, you can select a home page, and you can do the same for the post page. If you do not wish to select any of the pages that are showing in your drop-down option, you can create a new page altogether. So you have to click on Add New Page, then give your new page title as Home. Click on Add. Then you have to do the same for your post page. Click on Add New Page, give your post page a name. Let's add the page name as Blog and click on Add. When you do this, what happens is you will have a separate home page and a separate post page. So this page you are seeing currently right now is your blog page. Whereas if you go back to the home page, you will see that the home page is currently blank. You will be able to add content for your home page by going back to the dashboard. So if you publish the change for now, go back to the dashboard Then let's give it a refresh so that the changes that we made from the customizer are also reflected here. Go to Pages, click on All Pages, and here is your home page that you created from your customizer. You have to click on Edit. Then you will be able to add content for your home page from here. The content that you add here will be displayed as your home page on your site. And all of the blog posts that you are seeing will be listed under your blog page that you just created. I'm going to select the latest post as the homepage display for our site. And as you can see, for our homepage, all of our recent blog post articles are displaying. Let's go to the top. If you have any questions regarding homepage settings, or if you did not understand the concept, or if there are any confusions, please let me know in the comment section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back. Then we have the footer settings. Again, scroll all the way down to the bottom. This is the footer area. For Blossom Magazine free theme, you cannot edit all of the footer copyright texts. However, you will be able to edit this portion of your footer copyright text. You can make the WordPress information and the theme author disappear in our Blossom Magazine Pro theme. So if you want to change the copyright text that is already here, so I'm just going to copy the same text for now, and I'm going to paste it here. If you want to remove any of the information, you can remove that and it will be removed from the footer copyright text area as well. If you want to add in some other information, then you can add it here, which will be displayed over here. And click on Publish. You can easily add in the footer copyright text of your choice. Then we have the additional CSS. With the help of additional CSS option, you will be able to create your own CSS code to customize the appearance and layout of your site. You simply have to copy and paste your additional CSS code and you will have to click on Publish. Let's go back and we will go to the top. So that was it about Blossom Magazine free WordPress theme. Now let's go to our site and take a look at what our site has turned out after making all of those changes and configurations. So let's go to our site and we will give it a refresh. And let's take a look at our site. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below or directly reach out to our support team with the help of the link I have added in the description box below. Now, I will move on to the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. I have added a few more blog posts before we move on to the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. There are no changes made on the site otherwise. Now, I will show you how to download the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. Go over to the sales page of the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. To download the Blossom Magazine Pro theme, you have to select one of our products from here. Then you have to click on Get It Now. You have to select your payment method. Then you have to add in the details like email address, first name and last name. Then you can add in the rest of the information, then click on Pay Now. After you complete the formalities, the theme will be emailed to you in your email address that you provide over here in a zip format. Let's go back. Now I will show you how you can upgrade from Blossom Magazine free theme to the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. Let's go over to our dashboard. Go to Appearance, click on Themes, click on Add New. Click on Upload Theme. Click on Choose File. Now you have to select the Blossom Magazine Pro theme that you downloaded. Select the file and you have to click on Open. Click on Install Now. click on Activate. The Blossom Magazine Pro theme has now been installed and activated. Now you have to activate your theme license key. To activate your theme license key, you have to enter your theme license key into the license key box here. This is what your theme license key looks like. You will find your license key in the download section of your Blossom Themes dashboard. You will also find the license key along with the purchase details of your theme. Now click on Save Changes. And now click on Activate License. And now the license key is also active. After you activate your license key, you will receive all of the updates for Blossom Magazine Pro theme with just a click. Blossom Magazine Pro theme also recommends you to install and activate these plugins. You can either click on Begin Installing Plugins, or you can scroll down and you can just click on Install and Activate for these two plugins. And now the plugins have been installed and activated. Now let's go over to our site. Let's give it a refresh. Now let's find out if there are any changes on our site after installing and activating the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. As you can see, the search section has now displayed on our site. This section was not present in the Blossom Magazine free theme. So this is one change. Let's see if there are any other. So that was the only change that we saw so far. Now we will access our customizer and we will go through all of the customizer settings one by one. So let's go back to the dashboard once again and we will click on Customize under Appearance. Let's open it in the new tab. Just at the first glance, you will see all of these extra settings that you get exclusively with Blossom Magazine Pro theme. There are many extra settings that you get here that you did not get in the Blossom Magazine free theme. Now let's go through all of these settings one by one and step by step. The first is information links. Now along with the demo and documentation, you also get the theme information link. You also get the link to create the support ticket. And if you want to find more WordPress themes by Blossom Themes, you can click here. Let's go back. Next is the site identity. The site identity is the same as it was in the free theme, so I will not go into this. Next is the appearance settings. First is colors. Now apart from primary, secondary and background color, with the Pro theme, you also get to select your font color, your footer text color and footer background color. From font color, you will be able to select the body font color of the theme. Click on Select Color and just like with how we selected colors in different sections, just select the color from the palette, then you can move around the pointer and the slider to get to the color of your choice. So instead of the black color that was already here, if you select this ink or dark blue color, then that is the font color you will get for your site. You can add in the hex value, or if you click on default, the font color will change back to the default color, which is black. Next, you can select the footer text color. If you scroll down, the text color in your footer area is currently white. If you want to select some other color, you have to click on Select Color. Then you can select the color of your choice. And similarly, if you want to select the footer background color, click on Select Color. Then following the same process, select the color of your choice from the palette. You can move around the pointer, you can move around the slider, and you can also select the shade of the color from here. Just like with the rest of the color settings, if you want to set the color back to default, you can click on Default. Let's go back. Next is the background. Apart from the option to have an image as the body background of your site, with the Pro theme, you also get to select a pattern as the body background of your site. So let's scroll to the top. You can select from any of these awesome background patterns for your site background. You can play around with the options and select the pattern that you like the most. If you select No BG, it stands for No Background and it will remove the chosen background. Next is the layout settings. The first is the header layout. You get 10 different unique header layout options for your site. By default, the header layout number 1 has been chosen. You can go for any other layout that you wish to. If you want to change the header settings, you can click here. But we will come back to the header settings later on. Also, I'm going to stick with the header layout number 1. But since there are so many options available for you, you can play around with the options and select the one of your preference. Next is the slider layout. You get 9 different uniquely designed layout for your slider. With the help of these layout options, you will be able to change the look and feel of your site completely. So by default, the first slider layout is selected. You can go for a completely different layout like this one. And check out your site's look. It looks completely different than what it used to look like when slider number 1 was applied to it. I will go with the slider layout number 1, but as I said before, you can select the layout as per your choice and preference. Next is the homepage layout. You can select from 24 different uniquely designed homepage layouts that are given here. By default, this particular layout is selected, which is currently applied to our homepage. You can go for any other layout of your choice. Like let's say for example, you want to go for this one, which will change the look of your homepage, or you can go for some other layout, like the last one. Whatever layout you apply, that particular layout will be applied to your site. I'm going with this particular layout. Let's go back. Next is the archive page layout. As I mentioned before in the video, archive pages are your tags or your categories pages. So to demonstrate the archive page layout, let's go into one of the categories page. You also get 24 different layouts for your archive page. So currently, this particular layout is selected. If you want to go for a different layout, let's say this one without any sidebar, you can go for this layout. Or any other layout, you have plenty of options to select from. I'm going to go with the default layout that was selected. Let's go back. Next is the single post layout. Let's go into one of the single posts. You get 13 different single post layouts to choose from. So go through the layouts that are available and select the one that you like the most. Let's go for this one. And the change will be seen accordingly. Or you can just go for a different one. The choice is yours. Also, don't forget to click on Publish to save all of your changes. Next is the general sidebar layout. We have already gone into this in our free theme, so I will not go into this. And next is the Pagination Settings. So let's go to our home page and we will scroll down to the Pagination. This right here is the Pagination. By default, the numbered pagination type is selected. You can go for the default, which displays older or newer posts. You can go for Load More button, which displays the Load More Posts button here. You can also select the Load More label, the Loading label, and No More label from here. You simply have to remove the labels that are already here, then type in the label of your choice. Or you can go for the fourth option, that is to have the auto infinite scroll. When you select this option, all of your blog posts will keep on loading until and unless they have come to an end, like how you're seeing on the screen right now. I'm going to go with the default pagination type. Let's go back and we are done with the layout settings. Next is the front page settings. The first option is News Ticker Settings. So let's go into this and we will go to the top. Let's enable the Show News Ticker section first by enabling the toggle, which will then display the news ticker section here. Now you can display the posts that are shown here based on either latest posts, popular posts or category. If you select latest posts, all of the latest posts will be displayed on your news ticker section. If you select popular posts, then you will be able to select the popular posts based on views or comments. If you select category, you will be able to select a particular category, and whatever category you choose from, that particular category's blog posts will be displayed on your news ticker section. Then you can also display the number of posts to be shown by sliding this toggle over or under. If you want to change the news ticker label, then you can do that from here. So instead of trendings, if you want to add in something else, remove the label that is already here. Then you can add in the label of your choice. I'm going to set the news ticker label back to how it was before, and I'm also going to select the show posts based on the latest posts. Let's go back. Next is the banner section. It is the same as it was in the free theme, so I will not go into this. Also, the call to action section is the same as it was in the free theme, so I will not go into this either. Now, let's go on to the top stories settings. Apart from the options at the top, you get 13 different unique category layouts for your top stories settings. Depending upon the layout you select from down here, the options shown at the top will be different. So by default, the layout number 1 is selected, which is why these options are displaying here if you want to select a different layout. Let's say for example this one. Then the options that are shown at the top will be different. I will go with the default layout for now. The first option is to change the section title. Remove the title that is already here, then type in the title of your choice, which will be displayed here. Next, you have to select the categories that will be displayed in your top stories section. All you have to do is choose category. So click here and select the categories that you want to display as your top stories. So we will go for art, travel, fashion, lifestyle, trends, and health. All of the categories you select from here will be displayed as your top stories. Also, the blog posts from the selected categories will be listed under each of the categories. Then you have more options, whether or not to show the category, author, posted date, and excerpt. These are the categories, this is the author, this is the posted date, and these are the excerpts. If you choose to disable all of them, then they will not be displayed anymore on these posts. You can enable them back on to make them visible once again on all of your posts. Then you also have the option to enable or disable the automatic image crop. If you enable this option, it will automatically crop the thumbnail image as per the predefined image dimension of the theme. This will make your image and your site look much more neater and tidier. But if you still do not want to go for this option, then you can simply disable it. After you are done, click on Publish. Now we will go over to our site and let's give it a refresh to see the changes we have made so far. So here is the news ticker section. And here is the top stories section. Let's go back. Next is the popular category settings. The popular category settings is the same as it was in the free theme. You have to select the categories. Then you will also find more options to whether or not to show the author, posted date, and whether or not to allow the automatic image crop. You can also change the View All button label from here. Then you can select the number of posts to be shown in this section by sliding this button over or under. With the Pro theme, an extra feature that you get is, just like with other categories, you can also select from 13 different category layouts. You can go through these layouts, then select the one that you like the most for your popular category section. Let's go back. Next is the search section. The search section is enabled in default. If you do not want to enable it, you can disable it simply by disabling the toggle, which will not display the search section then anymore. Let's enable it back on. You can change the section title from search to anything else you want by removing the title from here, then typing in the title of your choice. Whatever you type in here will be displayed over here. Then you can also select the label for popular categories, which will display right over here after we select the popular categories for our search section. So let's select the categories first. Click here. Then select the categories that you want to display as popular categories for your search section. Let's select one more. You can change the label for your popular categories from popular categories to anything else you want. Just remove the label that is already here, then type in the label of your choice, which will be displayed over here. The categories that you put as popular categories are also clickable. Click on Publish to save the changes first, and we will go back. Let's go to our site. Let's give it a refresh. And you can see the changes here. Next is the featured category settings. So from here, you have to select the category. Now, whatever category you select from here, that particular category will be displayed as your featured category. So let's select Lifestyle. And all of the posts from Lifestyle category will be displayed here. Further, you have the options to show the author, posted date, and enable or disable the automatic image crop, and also to enable or disable the Show Top Pick section. You can disable or you can enable it back on. Then additionally, just like with the rest of the category sections, you get 13 different uniquely designed layouts to select from. I'm sticking with the default layout and click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back to our site. Let's give it a refresh. And the changes are seen accordingly. Let's go back. Next is the category listing settings. With the help of this section, you will be able to list the categories that you want to put on highlight. Let's add in the section title first. Now you have to select all of the categories that you want to display or highlight under your categories listing section. So click here, then select the categories. After you select the categories, they will be displayed here and they are clickable. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go to our site and give it a refresh. And here is your category section, which is now displaying on your site. Let's go back. Next is the popular category tab settings. Now, just like how we have done with other categories, you have to select a category, and whatever category you select from here, that particular category will be displayed as the popular category on your site. Let's go with travel. And all of the blog posts from under travel category will be displayed as the popular category. You have the options to hide or show the posted date and to allow or disallow the automatic image crop by enabling or disabling the toggle. Then, again, you have 13 different layouts to select from. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back to our site, give it a refresh, and here is your popular category tab. Let's go back. Now, let's go into Trending Category Settings. Select the category. Let's select Fashion. And because you have selected the Fashion category from under the list of categories, the Fashion category will be displayed as your trending category on your site. Then you have the usual options to display or hide the author, posted date, and to allow or disallow the automatic cropping of the image. Then you can also change the View All button label from here. To change the default View All button label, you have to remove the button label that is given here, then type in the button label of your choice. Then you can select from the list of category layouts available. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back, give our site a refresh, and here the changes have been made in terms of the trending category section. Let's go back. Next is the video section. With the help of the video section, you will be able to add and display videos on your site. To add the new video, click on Add New Video. Then you have to add in the title of your video. Then copy and paste the video URL into this box. And the video you add will be displayed under your Popular Videos section. To add another video, click on Add New Video. Then following the same process, you can keep on adding more videos. Then all of the videos you add here will be displayed on your Popular Videos section. If you want to change the title from Popular Videos to anything else, just scroll to the top and you can change your section title from here. Then you have more options at the bottom. You can change the button label from Subscribe on YouTube to anything else. Just like with the rest of the labels, remove the label, then you can add in or type in the label of your choice, which will be displayed here. Then inside of the button link box, you have to copy and paste the link to your YouTube videos or the page where you have all of your videos listed. You can also allow your users to open the link that you have added here in the new tab by enabling the toggle. Then if you want to change the section background color, click on Select Color. Then you can select the color of your choice. Like you can go for a different colorful option. You can also add in the hex value. You can click on Default to set the color back to default, and you can select the shade from here. Then following the same process, you can also change the section text color, which is currently displaying as white. Now that you have selected blue, it is displaying as blue. Let's go with the default options, and we will also click on Publish. Let's go to our site. We will give it a refresh. And the changes are seen here accordingly. Next is the Popular Category 2 settings. This is similar to your Popular Category Settings number 1. So let's go into this. We will select a category that will be displayed as our Popular Category number 2. Let's select Entertainment. And the Entertainment category will be displayed as the Popular Category 2 of our site. You have the options to show or hide the posted date, to allow or disallow the automatic image crop, change the View All button label from View All to anything else that you wish to. Then you can also select the number of posts to be shown in this section by sliding the toggle over or under. Then, apart from the default category layout that is already selected. You can select from 13 different uniquely designed layout for your popular category 2 settings. Click on Publish. Let's go to our site, give it a refresh. And here the changes are displayed accordingly. Next is the Trending Category 2 settings. This is also similar to your Trending Category Settings number 1. So select the categories that you want to display as your trending category. Let's select Health and we will select Lifestyle. And here is your Trending Category 2 section. You have more options that you can enable or disable. Then you can also show the posts based on latest posts or popular posts. And you can also select your category layout. Click on Publish. Let's go to our site. We will give it a refresh. And here is your Trending Category 2 section. Back to our customizer and back. Next is the Featured Category 2 settings. Again, just like with the rest of the categories, let's select a particular category which will be displayed as the Featured Category 2. Let's select Health. And all of the blog posts from under Health category will be displayed as the Featured Category 2. You can add in the section title here. The title that you add here will be displayed over here. Then you have the options to hide or show the category, author posted date, allow or disallow the automatic image crop, select the number of posts to be shown in this section, as well as selecting from the list of available category layouts. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back to our site and we will give it a refresh. And here is your Featured Category 2 section. Let's go back. Lastly, we have the Sort Front Page Section option. With the help of this option, you will be able to easily sort, hide, or toggle your front page sections. If you want to hide or make any of the sections temporarily invisible, you simply have to click on the eye icon on the right-hand side of each of these sections. So let's say, for example, if you do not want to display the call to action section, simply click on the eye icon and it will be hidden immediately. You can do the same for the rest of the sections. Let's enable the call to action section back on by clicking on the eye icon once again. And it is displayed back on. If you want to sort the sections, let's say the search section right here, right beneath the popular category section, if you want to place it right on top of the call to action section, simply drag and drop it right at top in front of the call to action section. And your search section will be displayed at the top accordingly. I'm going to place it back to how it was before, but this is how you can sort and toggle the front page sections, and this option is available with all of the sections that are listed here. Let's go back. If you have made any changes, don't forget to hit on Publish. We are done with our front page settings. Now let's go back. Next is the typography. Under Body Settings, you will be able to change the primary and the secondary font of your entire site, as well as change the font size. In addition to this, with the Blossom Magazine Pro theme, you also get to enable the locally hosted Google fonts. So let's click on the link here. By default, the theme fetches the font from Google, but if you enable this option, then it will store the font on your theme and it will help you improve your website speed. I would recommend you to enable the option. There are more options at the top. I will come back to these later. Let's get back to typography for now, but before that, let's click on Publish to save our changes. Back to typography, let's go back. And apart from the body settings, you also get the options to change the font for all of your headings. You get the options for H1, where you can change the font family, select the font style, as well as determine the font size. The same option is available for H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. Let's go back. Next is the general settings. The first is the top bar settings. So let's go to the top and we will enable the top bar. On your top bar, you can either add in the button link or you can add in the newsletter. If you want to display the newsletter, you simply have to select the newsletter. Now, to display the newsletter on your top bar, let's go back to our dashboard. Then we will click on Blossom Themes Email Newsletter. Copy the shortcode, come back to the customizer and paste it here. As soon as you add in the newsletter shortcode, your newsletter will be displayed on your top bar. Now, apart from the newsletter, if you want to add in your own customized button link, you have to click on the button link option. Then you have to fill in the details. Let's add in the notification text first. Then you have to add in the notification button label. Finally, you have to add in the link to the page or the post where you want your visitors to land on when they click on the button, which will be displayed after you add in the link right over here. As soon as you add in the link, your button will be displayed here, and you can also allow the users to open the link that you have added here in the new tab by enabling the toggle. If you want to change the top bar color, click on Select Color, then you can go for the color of your choice. You can also select the top bar font color from here, following the same process. I'm going to set the color back to default and click on Publish. Let's go to our site, go to the top and give it a refresh. And here, the top bar is now displaying. Let's go back to our customizer. Next is the header settings. The first three options were also available in our free theme. Let's enable all of them back again once again. If you want to change the header layout, you can click here. We have already explored the header layout, so I will not go into this. Then if you want to go to the advertisement settings, then you can click here. I will get to the advertisement settings in a while. So click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back. The social media settings is the same as it was in the free theme, so I will not go into this. Next is the social sharing. Okay, let's go into one of the blog posts for this. Let's go into this one. With the help of the social sharing option, you will be able to add the social sharing buttons to your single post. So the first thing you have to ensure is if this button was not already enabled, you'd have to enable it, which will display the social sharing buttons. So apart from the social sharing buttons that are already added here in default, if you want to add in more, you simply have to click on the eye icon of the respective social media platform, which will then be displayed here. If you want to hide them once again, you have to click on the eye icon back on. You can also toggle the social sharing buttons. You simply have to drag and drop the buttons in the order of your choice, and whatever order you sort the social sharing buttons in, the same order will be displayed here. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back. The SEO settings is the same as it was in the free theme. Now we move on to the post, blog and pages settings. From under Posts, Blog and Pages settings, I will be covering those features that you get exclusively with the Blossom Magazine Pro theme. So apart from the options that you already get with the free theme, the extra option is that you get to hide or display the read time of your blog post. This is the read time. If you want to hide the read time, you can enable the toggle, which will then hide the read time. Let's enable the read time by disabling the toggle. Then you can also select the words per minute and whatever words per minute you select from here will affect the read time that is displayed here. Then another extra settings that you get is that you get to select the related post taxonomy from either category or tags. So as I mentioned before in the video, these are the related posts and you can display the related posts based on either category or tags. You can select from either of these options. Then you can also display the author signature right at the end of your single blog posts. So let's select the author signature, click on Select Image, select the author signature, click on Choose Image, and after you select the author signature, it will be displayed over here. Then you can also enable the social links by enabling the toggle, which will display the social links that you have added earlier on your site right beneath your author signature. Then finally, you can select the author signature alignment from left to right to center. After you are done, click on Publish to save all of your changes. Next is the performance settings. The first is the lazy loading. When you enable the lazy loading, it helps you to speed up your site's loading. Similarly, you can also enable the lazy load content images and lazy load gravatar. Next is defer JavaScript. So this helps you improve your site's loading speed. What it does is it informs the browser to delay the loading of certain script so that your site loads much faster. Next is to remove the var parameters. This is also known as the version parameter from your CSS and JS file. When you enable this option, you will get a slightly good score on speed test websites like GTmetrix. So you can easily enable or disable the performance settings from here. We have already covered the locally hosted Google fonts, so I'll not go into this. And click on Publish. Let's go back. The newsletter settings, Instagram settings are the same as they were in the free theme. I will not go into these either. Next is the miscellaneous settings. So apart from the options that were also present in our free theme, with our pro theme, you get extra options like enabling or disabling the admin bar. The admin bar is the bar that shows on the top of your website when you are logged in from your dashboard. You can disable it, click on Publish, you can go back to your site and enable it to disable the admin bar from your site. If you want to enable it back on, you can enable it. Click on Publish, go back to your site and enable it once again, which will display the admin bar once again on your site. The next is the lightbox option. If you enable the lightbox option, it allows your visitors to view the larger versions of the images that you have added for your blog posts. That means when your visitors click on any of the images that you have added for your posts, the image pops up and displays in a larger version. Then another option is to make the last widget sticky. Let's go back to the home page to demonstrate the last widget sticky option. And let's scroll down to where our sidebar is. Right now, as you can see, our last widget is not sticky, but if you enable this option, the last widget will be sticky. You can use this option to highlight or put more focus on various call to action buttons or newsletters, such as this one. After you are done, click on Publish. Let's go back. Next is the bottom bar settings. So apart from the top bar, you also get the bottom bar. So enable the bottom bar settings first of all, which will also activate more options. Now let's fill in all of the details. Just like with our top bar, you have to add in the notification text first. Then you have to add in the button label. And here is your bottom bar. Now, we have to add in the notification button link to the page or the post where you want your visitors to land on when they click on the button which will be displayed on your bottom bar after the link is added. As you can see, the button is now being displayed here. You can also enable to open the link you have added here in the new tab by enabling the toggle. If you want to change the bottom bar color, you can click here, then select the color of your choice. Or you can stick with the default color. Following the same process, you can also change the bottom bar font color. After you are done, click on Publish. Let's go to our site, scroll all the way down to the bottom. Give it a refresh. And here is your bottom bar. Let's go back. Next is the Google Analytics settings. Here, you can add in your Google Analytics code, and you don't have to use any external plugins for adding the Google Analytics. In addition to that, you can also add the code for Google Tag Manager or any other script code that you want to add. You simply have to paste your Google Analytics code here and click on Publish. Let's go back and we are done with our general settings. Next is the sidebar settings. You will be able to create different sidebar for your posts and pages with the help of sidebar settings. I will not go into depth on how to configure the sidebar. If you want me to make a separate video tutorial on this, please do let me know in the comment section below. Or you can also directly reach out to our support team if you face any issues with this one. Let's go back. Next is the advertisement settings. Under advertisement settings, you will find various settings that will help you add and configure advertisement for your header, front page, before content in your single post, and after content in your single post. You can make use of advertisement settings to place advertisements on various sections of your website and maximize your site earnings. I will not go into this. If you have any questions, you can directly reach out to our support team. I have added the link in the description box below. The menus, widgets, and homepage settings are the same as they were in the free theme, so I will not go into these. Next is the footer settings. In the Pro theme, along with the option to edit your footer copyright text, you can also hide the author link and the WordPress link. You simply have to enable the toggles. Then about editing the footer copyright text, you can follow the same process that I showed you in the free theme. Click on Publish to save the changes. Then additional CSS is also the same as it was in the free theme. Then lastly, we have the Customizer Reset. With the help of this option, you will be able to reset all of the settings that you have made from your customizer so far. But please keep in mind that this process is irreversible and it will remove all of the customizations that you have ever made from your customizer. So if you are sure about resetting the customizer settings, you have to click on the Reset button. You can also click on No if you are not sure. If you choose to not click on the No button, then all of your customizer settings will be reset. Let's go back and we will also go to the top. Now let's go over to our site. We will give it a final refresh. And let's take a final look at our site and see how our site has turned out after all of those settings and configurations. So that was it about how to create a website using Blossom Magazine Free and Pro WordPress theme. I hope you liked the video tutorial, and if you do, please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any difficulties, if you have any questions or queries, you can place your comments down in the comment section below, or even better, you can directly reach out to our support team. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in our next video.